Welcome to Shareable Faith. With a title like that, I imagine some of you are thinking that faith can be shared, you just might not want to. If you'll take the risk of sharing your faith and use good sense as you share, I think you'll find it benefits not only the person with whom you share, but it'll benefit you as well. When I was in grade school, I remember doing okay in math class. For whatever reason, our teacher put us into groups one time. We were helping each other with a problem, and I started explaining how I understood it. While I do remember the other kids getting it as we talked, I remember even more vividly that I understood math better for having tried to explain it. I think the same thing happens when we start sharing our faith. We start to see how God has worked and how God continues to work much more clearly. There are lots of reasons not to want to share your faith, but most of them boil down to these two: not wanting to be rejected or picked on by our friends, and not wanting to look foolish. What if I offend people by talking about my faith? What if I start sharing my faith and they ask a question that I can't answer? When faced with the choice between learning enough to feel confident or just not sharing their faith, most people take the easy way out. A big theme of this series, though, is that it isn't what we know, but who we know that makes the difference. I may not understand all the big churchy words, but I can know what difference God has made in my own life. Therefore, the first and most important part of sharing your faith is growing in your own faith. The Apostle Paul was one of the great faith sharers of all time, and in today's passage, he talks about feeling driven to grow closer to Jesus, to know more by experience who Jesus is, what his death means, and how to experience the resurrection. I'm not saying you have to pass a Bible content quiz to share your faith. I'm saying that working our method of worshiping God, connecting with others, and responding in service changes you. When you reflect on what difference your involvement in the method is making for you, you may find not only that you have something to say, but you may have opportunities to say it.